YouTube tells me that many of my viewers are watching many of the channels that I watch, which are usually people building farmsteads down in Portugal. I can really relate to these channels because I worked tirelessly from 2005 until now to help establish the Red Tractor Farm on Kea. And the most common questions I get are, why Lavrio, how I found this property, and how much I paid for it. I hope to help you understand in this video why I chose this area and why I chose to invest in this area. Let's start with the obvious. I'm not a spring chicken. I'm single, I'm nearly 60, and I've started to think about my retirement years. Here's the road from Lavrio Port up to my hillside village. So it's not just the house that I love, it's also the surrounding area. That was really important to me. And this is a part of the East Attiki Peninsula, just a 40-minute drive from central Athens, which is dotted with these wonderful little villages. In the last part of this video, I'm going to show you where we are at in the house, and I'm going to compare some of the rooms with architectural plans, which I haven't done in the past, to give you a better idea of where we are in the project. But for now, let's go back down to Lavrio so I can show you a little bit of her hidden charms. I think you can see from this ride that I'm not really giving up the natural life that I've learned to love so much. Fortunately, this year we have not had any fires, but you can see in the hills what happened last year here. These hills are predominantly pine and they go up like a match during the summer months. This area is mostly national park area connected to the Sunyo ancient temple at Cape Sunyo. I could make a much longer video with all the archaeological points of interest around this area, but I think I'll stick with just the things that have really appealed to me personally. Okay, enough of that. I really think we all need to just slow down, so I'm just going to do this in real time. This olive tree was recently brought to Lavrio for the entrance. It is at least 2,000 years old. This area is also used for windmill parts as Greece races towards renewable energy. Please don't write about this to me. I know it's a controversial subject and I don't want to get into it. So just across from the port entrance where the ferries leave, there's this hill covered with juniper trees, which are very unusual in Greece and one of my favorite trees. The juniper tree is the state tree of California. And just down from these trees is a little house on the right-hand corner that I tried to buy at some point. But in a way, I'm very glad the sale didn't go through because it was a lot less house for a lot more money than the house I ended up buying. And this is basically how I found my house, just by riding around on my bike and searching. It took more than 2 years. I looked at a lot of houses before I found the one I loved. The center of Lavrio is a combination of crumbling buildings that are not very beautiful that were built in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and then plenty of gorgeous buildings that have been fully restored. Here's the old train station and one of the many squares, as well as the road that leads to the old fish market, which is still in operation. It's a sleepy town in the middle of the day, one of the few places that still keeps the shop hours from the old days where you close from 1:30 until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This ride was in mid-August, one of the busiest times of the year, but you can see this town never gets too crazy. Lavrio is one of the popular places to charter sailboats from to go to the islands, so you hear every language every day from people visiting. I like that international flavor. And this is the old city hall. Well, it's not the old city hall, they're still using it. And the clock tower, which is a central point for directions. If you ask direction to anything, it's in relation to the clock. Back near the train station, I want to point out this place, which is the only hotel in the port of Lavrio. Unbelievable. An entire port town only has one hotel. And this is the central commercial drag where most of the shops are. A couple ice cream stores which have really good gelato. And up here there's a chessboard. And what's not to like about a village that provides a public chessboard? I'm not going to get into the actual history of this area because there are over 2,000 years of it, but it is chock full of history. Much of it revolving around the surrounding areas where silver was mined for the Persian War all the way up to the 1900s. These buildings were renovated by the municipality and they house the Citizens Information Bureau. Many of the old buildings are owned by the municipality. I said we weren't going to go fast, but I don't want you to get bored. And one of the last things I want to show you down here at the port is this building, which I have no idea what it was. If anybody knows, please let me know. Stairway to Heaven got knocked over partially by a truck recently, so it's under repair. But it's another example of some of the beautiful infrastructure that was left by the French mining company when they were mining silver in the late 1800s in Lavrio. I hope you got an idea of why I like this town so much. And now let me show you the house. I'm glad to see everything is as I have left it. I definitely need to do some watering. Everything's really dry. This is the first time I've been in here and stepped on this cement floor. Last time I left here, it was still wet. This is the room that I call the spa room because it's going to have a large bath and a good sized shower. And I'm trying to create a space that you really want to relax and feel pampered in. The spa room forms a cube in the center of the upper level of the house. I made the decision today to raise this door the next time we start working, which is going to be a real pain in the neck, but I'll be sorry if I don't do it now. When you go up these steps on the other side of the upper level, on the left side you have a small walk-in closet, and on the right side there's a small bathroom. Now this bathroom is so small that it's very difficult to photograph, but you can get the idea. That window goes out to the back garden. The shower will be on the left side. The toilet will be on the right-hand corner. I found a corner toilet, which is quite interesting. And then there's this beautiful skylight, which actually makes the room look much larger. For a room that's only 135 centimeters wide, I think it's going to be quite spacious. The walk-in closet is directly across from the little bathroom. It's tiny, but it's the first walk-in closet I've ever had, so I'm very excited about it. And around the corner from the closet is the one sleeping area with this nice big opening out to the garden. The next big job is to get the roof on the back upper level, and then we'll plaster all the walls, and it's all downhill from there. Okay, so I know I told you I was going to tell you how much I paid for the house, but I think it would be more fun to get your guesses. And I will tell you, I promise, I'll tell you at the beginning of the next video. But I'd like to first see what you guys think a house like this costs near the beautiful port of Lavrio in East Attiki, Greece. And if anyone guesses the exact amount, I will send them a package of my acorn cookies. So have a guess down in the comments. You have nothing to lose, and you might just get a package of cookies sent to you anywhere in the world. I'll be back with a new video soon. Marcos and I are getting back to work. Bye for now, and please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you.